Today we're gonna learn how to paint these two flowers. Enjoying Art is a global artist community. I want to welcome you to join us. Now let's start today's painting. Give a little suggestions for the compositions. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna change, how I'm gonna change it. Move the flower a little bit higher because it's too close to the bottom over here. So I'm gonna put it right here. So left side, and here you go. This is the location of the flower, and this, I'm gonna make this even a little bit smaller, like that. So this, another flower over there, and then I'm gonna start the painting. First, set enough color in the flower before I go into the background. That's good, like that. Get some yellow color. Take the color from the side with a good habit. Okay. A little bit more yellow. A little bit more water. And that's good. Now I'm going to start from the middle of the flower. Now I'm going to just paint the whole thing. Okay. A little bit more like that. That's good. I'm going to paint it on this one too. Take a little color over here. Just looking for the general before looking at specific. So I'm gonna get a little bit more yellow. Mix it in here. And then I'm gonna start adding the yellow color over here. And then get the yellow color. Continue with that. That's good. And then I'm gonna keep going with a little lighter, just a little red, a little pinky color on the outside. You go. Like that. That's good. Just looking at, in the general relations, how those colors appear in the inside and the outside. Now take this color. I'm going to move on to this flower as well. And then a little red color on the side over here too. And then get a little bit yellow color. Here you go. A little bit more yellow on this side. Alright, now I'm just painting the general colors. And now from here on, I'm going to start doing lifting. I'm going to clean my brush, no color, okay? Just let go most of the water, okay? Here you go. Let's put it dry already. Now I'm going to start doing the lifting. So I'm going to take a look over here. Take out some color over here. So don't worry, if you leave out too much, that's okay. And you can come back to make up some colors next to it later. Now I'm gonna come in over here to take a look at, there's a little shape over here, coming over here too. That's good. And keep going. Lift up a little bit in the middle of the flower. Let's look at it on this side. Lift up a little bit too much. Now outside over here, and take a look at the outside over here. Looks like the outside. I can make it expand it a little bit more. Easy suggestions over here. I'm gonna have this another shape, a lighter shape over here. You can use both sides of the brush very quickly, and that's good. Coming over here, and that's good. And edge over here, I'm gonna soften it because it looks like we can have the outside expanded a little bit more on the outside. Okay, now come back to this flower. I'm gonna lift up a little shape over here. If you trust that your technique is good enough, you can lift it up. Lift anything up. In that case, magic will happen. It will say, oh, you actually can lift everything up. Just trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, that means you're going to give up before you actually reach to that step. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit lighter, like that. And now the shape getting a little bit more clear. And over here a little bit lighter as well. This is a very convenient brush and gives you lots of flexibility and power to do what you should do. Okay. All right, I'm going to come back over here. Now, I'm going to take a look at the yellow and with a little bit red, and with this, that's good. I'm going to take a look at this color right under here. I'm going to put this color right here, and that's a little bit more specific now. And coming in over here, looking at that, and I have this petal coming out like this, but not all the way because the outside has a little bit more red. I'm going to take this color, I'm going to take a look over here and then put that in over here. That's good. And I'm going to change a little bit from this flower. Now the outside over here looks good, and over here I can look at that. That's interesting. A little bit, have a little bit brighter color, and over here too. Now when you have the color and the outside, you really can create the separation, the feeling and the separation of this between this petal and the petal next to it. So I'm going to just soften the outside over here, and the inside edge is clear, right? Then coming back to the top over here, I'm going to put a little bit more red color on the top over here. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to get a little bit yellow. Look at that, the bottom over here, actually more yellow. Right? Just use the corner to take the color. Then want to take the whole brush. Okay, that's good over there. And I'm going to come back over here to give a little bit, adding a little color over here. Okay, that's good. Keep that clarity. And the outside over here, the petal, I'm going to put a little color over there. And now lift up a little bit too much. Okay, like that. I think at this point we are okay to start working in the outside in the background. So what we're going to do, we're going to start mixing just the Prussian blue or the Winsor blue green shade. They're very similar. It's the green shade blue color. I'm going to take the red, and then these two colors together will make a very dark color. Okay, now I'm going to start over here. Let's see how dark is it. I'm going to put it over here, keep a little distance, because actually the petal expanded a little bit more. Like that, and the front over here, that's good. Here you go. Like that. That's the bottom. Now I'm going to keep going. And coming over here, if you touch the wet, it's going to merge together. If you want a soft edge, that would be great. Like over here, see that very soft now become. Okay, over here, that's good. Put the color back in here. All right, I'm gonna get more red into here. Gonna keep going. Make the color really dark before I come back over here to change the color. I'm gonna come over here, take a look at, come in, and then come out over here, and here you go. Take a look at the edge. That's good. And here you go. Take a look at the shape. If you do this earlier, it maybe have a more soft edges. Okay. Now that's very good. I'm gonna start add a little yellow color in here. Change the tone a little bit. Have a little bit kind of greenish feeling. I'm gonna get a little bit blue. And here you go. Now this color, a little bit more green. That's all right. And bottom over here, I'm gonna throw this color over here again. I'm gonna add this, make it feeling a little bit more green. I'm gonna lift a little shape over here, right? Yeah, here you go. A few shapes like that. It would suggesting that could be the leaf. Do a little light shape, lift up a little bit. Okay, on this side, a little bit lighter. Move this shape a little bit lighter. That's just good. Now also do a little lifting over here. And I'm gonna have a little lift like this. I have the stem over here. And then a little lift over here. We can add some yellow color in here. A little bit shape like that. And maybe another shape over here. Now I'm going to start add a little yellow color. The top over here is still a little wet. So I'm get a little yellow color and try to give a little texture. And just add a little yellow color, and the yellow color now is pushing the color away. And but still have enough wetness. I'm going to coming over here to add some yellow color over here. And here you go. So the yellow color is going to pushing back. The dark color, it keep coming in here, right? So the yellow color would occupy the space. Oh, this is mine now. The stem over here. Maybe I'm going to add a little color with the calligraphy brush and just get a little blue color. And working on the outside over here because I need to push the color in here and also have the soft feeling. And there you go. Have some shape over here. That's already suggesting that's the leaf. So the shape like that. And take a little shape in the middle. Just the red with water. The pinky color. Here you go. Now you can move it over here. Nice transition. Okay. Now I'm going to continue with this color with a little pink color. Looks like on the outside. A little bit red and the blue color already. Having it coming over here. It looks like later I'm going to have a little bit catch the shadow. Down over here a little bit darker. And would create that nice suggestions. Now I'm going to have a little red over here and outside over here. Give a little bit petal. It's a little bit more like in and out. Okay, that feeling. And look like this flower is almost done, right? And outside over here, we're going to have a little gray color because that is a little gray. I'm going to have a little bit all mixed, all the three colors together. Get that color. Now here you go. A little bit gray, a little bit distance too. Okay, that's good. And coming back here, get a little bit red color, a little bit more red. Now come back here to give something a little bit more clear. That's good. A little bit more clear over here. Okay, remember there's a balance. You want lots of details, but you don't want to have it look too dry and lose the freshness. So it's very important to balance that, how much you want and how much freshness that you want to keep. Okay, that's good. Have a little yellow color in here and gonna connect that color outside. And also I can give in the suggestions for another petal. Okay, this is good. And I'm going to take a look at this flower. I'm going to have the outside over here. A little bit on the outside over here. I'm going to get a little red color over here. Okay, from dark to light and get some yellow color. Okay, some yellow color from this area. A little bit more yellow. That's good. And start over here. A little bit yellow. and also have a little gray color and a little warm gray. Okay, over here. Okay, have some. I don't want to give too much details. Inside over here, just get a little red. You see, just a little bit more. Okay, you don't have to make it very clear. Just a little bit more over here, like that. That's good. Okay, that's good. Get a little red color coming up like this. That petal, a little bit more red on this side. I'm gonna get a little yellow color, mix this red color. Now this is the color for the petal around the water drop. Now we know this area. When I paint it around a little oval shape. Here you go, like this. That's nice shape. Okay, now we're going to just use the same color. Now start blending the color around. Here you go. Now finish this flower petal. Now at the same time, I'm going to add a little red color in here. Not too red, get some yellow color, and also have a little blue color. So it's make it a little bit darker, and coming over here. See that this petal coming around over here. And I get some nice details over here too. Now come back here again. Now that's nice. Not the same color all the places. And inside over there have a little some yellow and green color. Now I'm gonna take a little more yellow. Now put it right inside over here. Feeling a little bit translucent. Okay, that's good. As well as here. That's good, like that. And now this color gradually turn a little bit lighter and lighter, getting outside. But also here I have a little bit separation between one portion of the petal and the other portion of the petal. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now this petal stand out a lot more. Now I'm gonna take a little yellow color again with the red and have a little bit orange in this color, a little bit more yellow, and the area I want to suggest is right here. Is that there's a nice area like that. Okay, so little by little, you finished it in no time. That's good. Have a little bit color over here. And have a little bit of this color. Shape it for this petal. You can see this shape. And you can see there's a little color over here for the other petal. Like that. That's good. Now I'm going to come back to look at the water drop again. Some of you, I want a water drop. Okay, here we go. Just get a little gray color. Not a lot of color. And here you go. Now it's just around this. To drop the color in. And a little bit darker. Looking for the gray color. Okay. Keep the smoothness of the shape. Okay, here you go. It's still wet. There's lots of water. Now I'm gonna use just the water to make this look 3D by soften the top over here. On the outside, I'm gonna clean that off a little bit too much. Now I'm going to do a little bit more with a little red. Take a little red color. I'm going to make it look like a little bit translucent by adding a little shape over here. Now I have a little highlight in the top. Okay, and at the bottom you can have a little bit red and red purplish color. Okay, right at the outside. Okay, it's still a little wet, too wet, softening. And the outside and the other side, I'm gonna have a little bit gray color going around over here. Like that. A little bit too dark. Looking for the correct value. And then it appears to be a water drop. Okay, now take a look at over here. Now you can keep going and start correcting, but you don't want to ruin the freshness. As long as your freshness is not get destroyed, keep going with the calligraphy brush, or go back to the flat brush. Over here, this shape a little bit too much texture. That's why I come here to soften it. And look at that, the color can come in over here, a bit soft. And if I'm going to soften the edge, use the flat brush. This way you can get the depth of the color. At the same time, you don't want to make it look overwork. Now you want to come back to apply the fresh color into it so that it would not look like too dry. Okay, like that. This approach is focusing on the large before small. But when you get to a little bit more and more to the end, you can also continue fine-tune the small to make the painting look more finished.